Hey guys, Corell Cooper here. Just want to give you guys a few thoughts coming out of Mets spring training over the past week. First up is John Maine. Maine had a decent start this week in spring training for the Mets. He didn't, what was surprising, he didn't outwardly criticize himself as much as he normally does, which is a bit interesting and I guess a little important here because we need Maine to make sure that he's in the right mind frame going into the season and that Maine is consistent this year. As I've said in the past, I think Maine is going to be one of the keys to the Mets rotation this year, and he has to be consistent throughout the year. If you look at what Oliver Perez has done over the last couple weeks in the World Baseball Classic with an ERA over 5, he's been pretty bad. And I'm a little concerned about Perez at this point. We'll see what happens when he gets back to Mets camp. But with that said, it's important that Maine is on his game this year and is consistent. So I'm going to keep an eye on Maine over his next couple of spring training starts, see how he does, and see how his mindset is going into the season. We really need Maine to be a solid and consistent pitcher for the Mets this year. Next up is Livan Hernandez. I think it's safe to assume that Livan Hernandez will be the Mets' 5th starter unless something dramatic here happens over the next couple of weeks. Freddie Garcia has been pretty bad. Tim Redding has been shut down, and there's no sign that the Mets are even entertaining signing Pedro Martinez. So I think with that said, it's pretty safe to assume Livan Hernandez will be the Mets' 5th starter. It'll be interesting to watch him throughout the year to see if he can be consistent, see if he can stay healthy. The one good thing about Livan Hernandez is he does eat up innings, which is important, especially when you talk about the Mets bullpen and what they've done over the last couple of years, or what they haven't done over the last couple of years. So look for Livan Hernandez to be the Mets' 5th starter. And last but not least is K-Rod. I know some Mets fans are concerned that he's throwing too many pitches in the World Baseball Classic for the Venezuela team. He's gotten 2 4-out saves in a 3-day period, and some think that if he was in Mets camp right now, the Mets wouldn't be using him as much. I, for one, am not that concerned. I don't think he's being overused now, and I don't think the 2 4-out saves will come back to haunt him in August or September. I like the World Baseball Classic. I think it's been great so far, and I don't think that this will impact K-Rod later in the season at all. So that's it for this week, guys. Let me know what you think about John Maine, Livan Hernandez, and K-Rod. Talk to you soon.